Hey guys, this is just another life update. I do these every once in a while. All things are going as usual. I'm not gonna say they've gotten better, but I was supposed to look for a job over the summer, which I kind of did, but I only applied to one place, and now that school is back in, applied to about probably 10 places now. They've either declined me or ignored me. So, and it's not like, if you know me, it's not like, oh, I just want the money because I want to have money. I kind of need it. And that's that. Now, the second part of this video is going to be about probably one of the weirdest days that I've had this year, which was yesterday. Yesterday, I went to school because it was Wednesday. It's a school day. You know, every time I do a video these days, it's me walking around at this park. But I don't want to lose your attention because I should have put this at the start of the video because I'm about to tell a sad story and I don't want you all to click off before I tell that story. Unless what I'm about to say is going to discomfort you, which it probably will. So that there's your warning. As a precursor to all this, I don't know if I don't remember if I made a video on it or if I just told about it, but I did get video of it. A while back, I think it was like March, or I don't think it was April, but it was early in the year. There, someone's house trailer caught on fire back here, and everyone made it out alive. And I think someone was in the hospital. I'm not sure where they are now, but the trailer's back there. It's since been torn down, and there's nothing there now. Anyway, yesterday I went to school, and you know, everything was going fine. But before we had got to school, me and my sister, I don't know whether to keep calling her Bush Baby because Bush Baby isn't really a character anymore. But I was driving to school, and I came up around here, and there was like a fire truck, maybe an ambulance, I don't remember. But we were like, is this another fire? Did it happen again? And they were going on the same road as the last one. So we just kept going. We saw a bunch of different emergency vehicles on the way there. And fast forward to about halfway through the day, I needed to, I didn't need to, I wanted to see a counselor about something. I was just in a bad mood, really. And they keep saying, oh, the counselor's there, and they keep taking me places and the counselors aren't there. And then they take me to this video's too long already. I'll hurry it up. The lobby of the auditorium, which is basically a theater in my school. It looks like a theater, has the theater seats. And I go in there, and there's a bunch of people in there. It looks like they've converted the theater lobby into a counselor's office. They have the little stress toys, and they have, I think at the time they might have had some kind of candy or something, which is weird. But I come in here and I start to realize something's wrong. And I sit down, and someone comes up to me and asks me about some kind of, oh, there's rumors going around about something. And they couldn't tell me what it was. But I kind of connected that to the emergency vehicles I saw at this trailer park earlier. And the person that asked me kind of understood that the trailer park had something to do with it. And I kept sitting there, but then I realized something. Either these people sitting there were either laughing or crying, and I eventually figured out that they were definitely crying. And people kept telling me there's something going on, they're not allowed to tell me what's going on, and I kept sitting there. I eventually started kind of freaking out because, okay, what's going on? Did someone bomb the trailer park? Was there a shooting? And I called my mom and I figured out she was alive. So that kind of calmed me down. She hadn't heard anything. And I eventually went back to class. And then I would eventually figure out what happened when I met my sister at lunch. So I'm at lunch, and there's a reason I'm standing here that I'll explain here in a second. I'm at lunch, and I was going to tell my sister about something's going on, and I think it's related to the trailer park thing. And she tells me, and she starts telling me about something, about how, hey, do you remember the fire trucks and stuff? And she told me that there was a fire and that some teenager had died. And, you know, I had already figured out someone had died because I heard people talking about something. I'm sure they mentioned death, but if a bunch of people are crying, either someone's in a coma or they're dead. Or they lost their house. Which, why would that happen to, well, I guess if they lived in a trailer park, that would probably be a thing that happens all at the same time. But there had been another fire at the trailer park, and this time someone had died. And apparently this girl who died in the fire, which I was hoping at the time that there was an explosion, because burning to death is way worse than getting blown up, I would assume. And we didn't have any details about who it was at the time. I thought it might have been this girl that I knew from my band class. And it turned out it wasn't. It was this other girl that I'd never heard of. And I was told that the mom was in the hospital, and I was just still hoping that, you know, maybe it wasn't as painful as I thought it was. But as you know, I'm going to a community college now, taking dual credit classes, and I went there. And there wasn't any talk about it there because these were kids from all different school systems. But then I picked my sister up because she wanted to go home early or something, and we went home, and then we went back here. She wanted to go see what was going on. You know, I'm not sure which trailer it is, and it's probably good that I don't, because it would kind of be a little bit disrespectful if I did that. Oh, I know. Do I want to show this on camera? If you don't want to see it, just leave the video, because I'm going to show it. That's definitely the one. Anyway, if you don't want to see it, leave. Now, there was a window broken out, so that kind of supported my explosion theory, but when there's a fire, people break windows and get out. But then later on, I would see a news article about how they had broken out of the window, and the one person couldn't get out. So, there goes my theory about people dying instantly, unfortunately. So I was all freaked out yesterday. I don't know if you could call it an existential crisis. Maybe. But I'm going to stop showing that now. I know there's probably like one person still watching this video. But that's what happened. It's really sad. That's really all I have to say about it. And they have a GoFundMe, but I don't know if I should post that because, you know, it happened like not even 2 blocks away from me. Me and my sister drove past all that while someone was burning alive. And I don't know if I should put the GoFundMe here because like you're gonna be able to figure out where I live with that. But luckily I didn't catch any of this on camera because there were a bunch of emergency vehicles, and I don't think the police would like that very much. And that's it. Can't seem to get a job. Can't seem to go a year without fire. And yeah, that's it.